Okay, Trisha, knitting lady. I hope that leaf blower is not too loud. I hate the sound of those things. But I'm at the beach, Ormond Beach, and there's a splash pool for the little ones. I think they should have one of those everywhere. Okay, now this is a site I'm more familiar with. You know, I like my beach. So I'm walking along the beach, away from the ugly sound of that leaf blower. I hate those sounds. But there's all these high-rise buildings around here. I mean, my girl from Arizona asked me if I moved to one of those. I said definitely not. I don't like to be above a certain floor, I'll be honest with you. I want to get out. I don't know if you can see all the little sandpipers there. Well, this is the time to come to the beach when it's not too busy during the week. Still enough people. Well, here's another view from the gazebo they have here. And they have little information here about a right whale, they call it. They have a little picnic area here with grills, and there is couple of tables that are reserved, so maybe people are gonna have a party later. It's Trisha again. There's Vincent on top of my keyboard with the music. And that's the yarn I bought yesterday at Hobby Lobby. Like I need more yarn, right? But Tinker Wonderland had gone to Hobby Lobby and found all these unique things. And I said, I have to go. I still can't figure out how they do their sales. But this yarn was marked down from $14 each to $3.75 each. And it's really pretty. It's fingering weight though. I like fingering weight. Not everybody does. Probably why it's on sale. 400 yards each though, so I have 800 yards to do something with. And Vincent is there because I wanted to talk about him. I know he's not happy. There was, I'm always looking at trivia, and one of the topics of trivia today, and I'll get into more later, was which famous artist became famous after their death. And that was Vincent, which I think why he's always frowning. Whoop, sorry. I kind of moved a little bit too much there. This famous artist painted over 2,000 paintings and have sold only one in his life. I know I've sold more, and I'm not famous, and I'll never be that famous. But he sold one painting his whole lifetime. It became popular after his death. But he wasn't the only one. Yeah, he's not happy. He says, I don't really care. Vermeer didn't sell much during his life. In fact, he was almost penniless. He became more famous after his death. Also, Toulouse-Lautrec. Toulouse-Lautrec lived in Brussels and painted the nightlife. He died in 1901 at the age of 36. I know you were a little older when you died. I think you were 38, 39. But his mother worked with art dealers to get her son's work out there. That was after his death. And your buddy, Paul Gauguin, he died penniless in Tahiti. Now this man was a stockbroker, and he really wanted to paint. So I know you two hung out in France, but your buddy went to Tahiti and later died penniless there. So you aren't the only one. My son always says I'm gonna become famous after I die too. Yeah, right. I know, I'm laughing and I'm moving the camera. So I will talk about more trivia. Okay, it's take two on this part. I'm sitting here knitting, and I will also show you what I'm crocheting. But I feel like I've been working on this sweater forever. Now I can knit without looking. If it's a simple stockinette stitch, something more complicated, no. But it's simple knit or stockinette stitch, I'm fine. And that's how I got my nickname, to be honest with you. When I lived in New Jersey, after I sold my one house, I had an apartment. And I used to go to the local laundromat to do my laundry. Well, the guy who owned the laundromat actually was a pilot for one of the airlines. But he would be there maybe a couple of nights a week to check on, the business. And we got, not friendly, but when he saw me, he would talk to me because he knew I enjoyed the stories that he had to tell. And I would stand there waiting for my wash, waiting for it to be done, and I would be knitting away. And he always says, it's amazing. I said I can knit without looking, and then I noticed a stitch. It didn't go through. He said to me, you stand there knitting without looking. And he goes, you're Trisha the knitting lady, So I always remember that. Because he said, you know what? Because, we used to have fun. I used to tell some funny stories. He goes, you should call yourself Trisha the Knitting Lady if you ever decide to go on stage. So, and like always, I don't remember his name. Isn't that? I am so bad at names. I really am. I'm trying to get better at trying. So, what can I tell you? I have to finish up the trivia. Yesterday, I was talking about the quote of the day, and I said I'll do it the following day. And I have to thank Brenda for letting me know the first part of the video yesterday, there was no sound, so I redid it. Well, I cut out that part. I was in the car after I finished shopping at Hobby Lobby. And I was talking away, and when I played it back, it seemed like it had sound, but something didn't transfer over right. I don't know. So the quote of the day is, fall in love with the masterpiece and also the paint on the floor. Now I'll explain what that means in a minute. This quote is by Morgan Harper Nichols. She writes poetry and pairs abstract paintings with it. And she often starts from a landscape of a previous work and then paints over it to create an entirely new piece. She asks us to value not just our best qualities, but also the imperfections that make each of us unique. So that's why she means by fall in love with the masterpiece and also the paint on the floor. Well, there's a lot of paint on the floor when I paint because I'm messy. And today's the 27th. And Alex Rodriguez celebrated his birthday. He was born in 1975. And Maya Rudolph, remember her from Saturday Night Live? And she was in a few movies. She was born in 1972. And on this day in 1940, Bugs Bunny made his first film appearance in the Warner Brothers cartoon, A Wild Hare. And which company has trademarked their distinctive sound made by its product? And that's Zippo lighters. And personally, I have hardly ever used a lighter. I don't smoke. I don't know what they're talking about. I didn't know Zippo lighters had a certain sound. But other sounds have been trademarked. And that's Green Giant's Ho Ho Ho, Tarzan's Yell, and the MGM Lion Roar. And how many centurions are there living in the United States? There's people over 100. Now I have a way to go, so. Anyway, there's approximately 97,000 people over 100 years old living in the United States today. And we have more people that age than Japan. You know, Japan's usually known for, you know, how long their people live. They came in second at 79,000. 85% of the people over 100 are women. Well, they say women live longer than men. And 15% are men. Well, that wasn't the case. In our family, my father outlived my mother. And they predict by 2060, there should be over 603,000 centurions. Now, which East Coast state has the highest population? I know, you're going to say New York. That's what I thought. No, it comes in second. The state I'm living in has the highest population. That's East Coast. Florida, they have 21.6 million people. New York has 20.4 million. The least populated East Coast state is Delaware at 994,000. So that's it for today. Until tomorrow, whatever I go for orientation for my part-time job tomorrow, we'll see. They gave me a password and some kind of username, and it didn't work. And then I was trying to my best to make it work, and I said, you know what, it might be just on their computer. So, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. You know, they can always get me a new username and password. I'm not going to be concerned. Oh, I wanted to show you what I'm crocheting, because I was working on that, was listening to a tax seminar before. You know, tax seminar was boring like usual. It was on estate tax, which I still don't understand estate tax. You know, people say when you do taxes, you understand all different kinds of taxes. Not necessarily. So this is the cover-up that Crystal from BOD, yeah, Bag a Day. She did a tutorial on as a cover-up. And the yarn, I had made a mistake. I ripped out part of it because it was funny. I'm watching this seminar and I'm looking at what I'm doing. I'm going, this doesn't look right. I go, oh, I see where I made a boo-boo. So it's a good thing I didn't have to pay too much attention to this seminar. I just have to do it for the credits. I am definitely not doing estate taxes. I'm just trying to figure, okay, what can I listen to that will help, but I don't necessarily have to worry too much about. And that's estate taxes. We have to do so many credits on different things. But this yarn I bought in Tuesday morning a couple years ago. My Tuesday morning that's close to my house, so far the yarn hasn't been great. But you never know, it might change. But I said, well, let me try with this. It's a cotton yarn. It's turned out pretty. So I needed another beach cover-up since I'm, you know, been going swimming. We have a pool here. And they ask that you, when you get out of the pool, you cover up. So I need beach cover-ups. So I hope everybody's having a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.